Hi there folks, IndiGo has just placed an order for 30 A350-900's from Airbus valued at over 10 billion US dollars. This is IndiGo's first wide-body aircraft order and they have options for 70 more aircraft. Why did IndiGo do this? Keep watching this video to find out more. So folks, IndiGo is not leaving anything to chance. They're going to be competing with the Tata Sons Airlines, that is Air India and Air India Express. And they are going hammer and tongs, just like Air India has placed orders for A350-900's, 1000's and 777's. IndiGo said we have to go wide body as well. Now, one crazy theory I heard was that IndiGo has placed this order to win curry favor with politicians. It's a crazy theory. I would actually argue it's the opposite. IndiGo did this during the election season in India because they did not want to involve politicians. There was nobody from India involved, no Indian minister, unlike say the Akasa Air order where Jyotiraditya was there, who was the civil aviation minister. This is a big order, so there was nobody from government in India or Emmanuel Macron or Rishi Sunak because the engines are Rolls-Royce PLC engines. Now, of course, the A350-900 is possibly one of the most capable aircraft in the world today. It can go ultra long range. Singapore Airlines uses them on the world's longest flights between Singapore and JFK and Singapore and Newark. I personally doubt that IndiGo will use these aircraft for India and North America anytime soon. They might one day. That could always be proven wrong. I'm also surprised. I genuinely thought that IndiGo, which is going to order wide-body aircraft sooner or later, would order the A330-900, given the A330-900 actually has a rated seating capacity of 460 passengers maximum, which Cebu Pacific uses. But the A350-900, which is a larger aircraft, actually has a rated seating capacity of 440 in one single class configuration. Of course, configurations can change according to the airline's preferences. Maybe Airbus will develop a denser configuration for IndiGo, given that IndiGo might be ordering 100 of these aircraft. Keep in mind, you can have very different configurations even on the same aircraft. Take, for example, the A321neos that Vistara and IndiGo operate. Vistara operates the aircraft with one overwing exit because they have a less dense configuration, whereas IndiGo, which operates the A321neo at its maximum capacity, have their aircraft fitted with two overwing exits, same aircraft. So Vistara actually uses the plug door, which was the issue that afflicted the Alaska Airlines 737-9 MAX, but that was a Boeing aircraft. These are Airbus. So will a more dense configuration of this aircraft be made? Can it fit up? It can be done. Airbus has thinned out the side walls with better insulation now. So now you can have a 34310 abreast configuration on an A350-900 instead of the 333, which is the standard configuration on an A350-900 currently used. Given that IndiGo is ramping up their services regionally and possibly to Europe when the A321 XLR comes in, I think this is where these aircraft will be used. But I also foresee these aircraft being used on domestic sectors. Capacity is limited. For example, Mumbai airport is completely slot restricted. In an earlier video, I showed you how they've actually cancelled services at Mumbai airport. Even with Navi Mumbai opening, many people will still want to fly to Mumbai airport. I mean, if you live in Bandra or the western suburbs, flying to Navi Mumbai makes no sense whatsoever. Even with Jewar opening, where I live in southern part of Delhi, going to Jewar makes no sense, 1.5, 2 hours just driving, whereas Delhi airport is only half an hour away from me. So on flights between, say, Delhi and Mumbai, Del and Bomb, one of the most crowded sector in India, one of the most crowded sectors, most profitable sectors in the world, you would probably use a densely configured A350-900 instead of just A321s and A320s because, it's a lot easier taking 500, close to 500 passengers in one flight rather than 250 passengers on an A321neo on a single flight. You double the capacity without adding aircraft. Yes, A350-900 might take longer to clean up, might take 45 minutes instead of half an hour, but still more efficient. Similarly, IndiGo has also ramped up their services to the Middle East from India. They have significant services. I flew on a Dhaka Delhi flight with IndiGo in 2019, and that was mainly through passengers going to all over the Arabian Peninsula. So maybe these aircraft will be used between Delhi or not just Delhi, Mumbai, other cities and the Middle East. Much more capacity addition. Similarly, there will probably be some flights to Europe. There could be flights between Delhi and Stansted in London, or Delhi and secondary airports all over Europe. Huge opportunities as the market opens up with the new Schengen visa rules as well. IndiGo is going to be a massive order. I really see IndiGo actually confirming the 70 options eventually. These aircraft are still a good 3 years away. Deliveries only start in 2027. IndiGo will have their first XLR aircraft in by then, and upgauging capacity is going to happen everywhere. Now, this single fleet type thing doesn't necessarily work. IndiGo set up India's largest regional airline with their ATRs. So a lot of stuff is going on. Great news for IndiGo, which has over 1,000 aircraft in their own personal order book. There's 1,600 aircraft on order by airlines in India. So fantastic for Indian aviation. Great news, and really happy about it. I'm a shareholder of IndiGo ever since the IPO. People said, don't invest in an airline company in the stock exchange. IndiGo has been fantastic. They've been good. I never got a dividend though, but in terms of shareholder value, fantastic value. Rahul Bhatia, who's the promoter of IndiGo, look at how he's dressed in these videos. He doesn't give a damn. He runs a great airline, leaves the professionals to it, which is fantastic. And I see IndiGo just going from strength to strength to strength. They don't grow. Let Tata come and take over their share from with Air India and Air India Express. So yeah, looking forward to this, and thank you so much for watching this video. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. I really appreciate it, and thank you for watching. And coming up later this week, another aviation video. I'm flying to a new sector and on Spice Jet, Masala Jet as I call it, Delhi to Shirdi tomorrow, and I'll try to have the video out soon. Thank you so much for watching, guys.